Hello, Toronto. Thank you, thank you. We said goodbye to a Titan last series, guys. But listen, this is where the fun begins. One team who has been battling for a spot all season long. The other who has been battling themselves. Listen, guys, the first team to join me on the stage knows this one all too well. I give you the Seattle Surge. Looking for redemption? I give you the Seattle Surge. Simp, accuracy, Mack, and Pred.
Look at the swagger on that stage. Seattle's trying to surge their way into champs, and they control their destiny. If they win this series right now, they can make a run in this tournament, but they also secure a spot at the big finale. You know they want to do it. Simp is as cold as ice. Can the teammates back him up? Let's get this started. Let's bring out the three-time and his team, Allie.
Thank you so much, Ant. It's their last chance, Toronto. They have to win this game to start the run to champs. I give you Las Vegas Legion. Clayster, Standy, Tep, and TJ.
Last chance saloon for Vegas Legion. They must get this dub. It's been a season of trials and tribulations, ups and downs, but this is the fall that Vegas Legion have decided will take them to champs. Can Clayster guide his team to glory? It's not just this one, they need to win a few, but you've got to start somewhere, Vegas Legion. You've got to win this game. Ali, let's get this one started.
All right, I won't hold us any longer. Arguably the best match of the day starts now. Take it away, Merc and Maven.
Thank you, Ali. Here we go. Yeah, this has got wild written all over it. I mean, you think about the fact that you control your destiny here if you are Surge. If you're able to get the win, you're good.
It's
right?
done. Pressure's off.
If you don't, you have to sit and watch and sweat as maybe you get this run done if you were Vegas. I mean, they got to win 3. A lot of work to do, but if you were Surge, like, control your destiny, get it done, close it out here.
Yeah, it's just a little bit scary. You're 1-4 online. Things are looking a little bit shaky, right? I mean, you're losing a lot of respawns where this team has been so strong all year long. Still trying to work on that search and destroy. I mean, I guess the good thing is Legion just did not look good yesterday, right? We saw it in the keys that they were all under a 0.8. I think it's really important for Legion here to have that early momentum in this map, number 1.
No, 100%. And I mean, there were some. Yesterday was tough, right? Like, everyone had below a 0.8. You had the moment with TJ with the self-nade that just sort of, that was just like one of those moments where it really is just tough to bounce back from. But, like, when you were looking at the overall match and kind of how it broke down, was there any side you were favoring?
Well, it's always tough for Surge, right? Because, you know, with Mercado basically always being their hardpoint auto veto, since that's always been their go-to, there's going to be a couple of hardpoint maps where I think really do help Legion here. I think aBeZy, while they did lose it to, you know, Atlanta FaZe yesterday, still a very strong map for them. And then this one, HyDra, where we're starting off, they're 3-1 with Standy in the lineup. So,
true.
You know, we heard Røkkr talk about it on the desk. This has been one of the maps that Seattle's been playing more and more, but it's still not one of their strongest.
Well, let's see how it plays out. You can see HyDra hardpoint this season. I mean, obviously, you take the 7 and 6 for what it is based on what Joe just said. The difference has been there with Standy in the lineup. So keep that in consideration when you look forward to this map 1. But we're looking for our final team that is going to qualify for CDL championship here in 2023, and this series could dictate everything depending on how it plays out. We got a quick reset here of the map 1, so as we get ready to go, thank you for being patient at home and in attendance, but we'll hop right back into it as quickly as we can.
And I mean, just from yesterday, with this Legion team, the pressure kind of on them. That's why I think this map #1 for them, because Surge has been struggling, their hardpoint hasn't been the best. Just getting both of these guys sort of locked in, I think for Legion, getting that momentum, since they are going to have, they have to win 3 matches in a row. But the fact is that this road is doable. All of these teams are beatable.
It's like, I mean, there's more pressure on Vegas in the sense you have to do more. But when you look within just this matchup, pretty similar pressure-wise. Like, yeah, Surge, they can win it here, they can close it out. Like, it's got to be terrifying just to know that if you lose, you're no longer in control of what happens. So as much as you want to hype up the pressure on Vegas, both sides are feeling it going into this, I think 100%.
Yeah, and I mean, Vegas, they just beat Seattle Surge in their last online matchup in the stage. They were able to win that one 3-1. Would they lose? Of course, the control. But you're switching it up here in the control. You're going to go to that hotel, just try to find something that works. Maybe go to a hotel where it's a little bit more chaotic, get into some more gunfights where something like a CeeLo, a little bit slower, just hasn't been working for them.
Well, we'll see how it plays out once we load up into this map #1. You see from Vegas Legion, no more chances. This is it. If you're going to make the run, it has got to happen now. And it's a long road to do. I mean, talking to Octane in the interview just off the OpTic win, he said we have a lot of work to do. We still have a lot of matches to win. Similar sentiment here with Clay and the boys. Like, you've got a lot to get done. But if you can get one big win, get the momentum going, get that man right there on your screen, hyped up, screaming, smiling, frantic, and just the madman that we know he can be. The fans are going to be behind him. They want to see Clay succeed. We know how deep into his career he is and how amazing a moment it would be to get Las Vegas, the Legion, to their first champs.
Yeah, I mean, Seattle, then you play New York next, who both of these teams very strong, but they've also been shaky at times. And then I think you have probably maybe a miracle in this is you would play the loser of a winners round 2 of Minnesota and Florida. So that team would drop down to then play Vegas. It's very doable. Very doable for this squad, but it starts right now.
And into the water we go, swimming away. His Standy, and he's been so big to this team. TJ, fortunately, killing out the opposition with his first grenade to open this up, and the pistol is a poppin'. There for Standy, as Legion will get into the point first. But a flurry of kills now through for Seattle.
There is nothing that gets me going more than a pistol inside of the water. That is for sure.
I know, it gets you fired up, Joe, but early 10-point advantage for Legion is Clay and accuracy. 2 absolute bets. Having the battle at range, that one goes to accuracy. The opening there for Simp and Pred to fire on through. Deady down pop for TJ. We can see what he can do with this. He tries to get back to 100 HP, but not going to happen due to the stun connecting as he looks for the route.
Yeah, and then Sim, the first player through, he's going to get taken down. TJ now with that water route. Trying to find another player, should be able to find it. And well, this is all the info. They know where the Seattle push now is coming from. He does get taken down, but on the backside, Mack's gonna find one. Here comes the pinch. That is not where you wanted those kills to come in. If you are the Vegas Legion, they're trying to hang on, but Mack with the plays. We know he can be a difference maker for this team, but Clay now on 4 in a row, and well, gets Vegas right back into the hill.
You get back into the hill, but you do get one that spawns in behind. That'll be accuracy. That's gonna get that close back spawn. It's gonna set up kind of a natural pinch here onto the point. So Standy will be inside. He's going to have basically all 4 players to deal with soon. How big can his teammates do around the edge, or how huge can he go? One ends up being a team kill. One he's able to pick up. Clears on the point for a second, but still that close backside spawn coming in. Only 20 seconds remaining on the point, though. It's been a scrappy one.
Yeah, but it's kind of split. You have the split side down. I mean, Simp and Pred, they're going to spawn out at P3, so a little unfortunate there for Vegas Legion, but you do hold on to the rest of the scrap time. That could have gone Seattle's way with the play that Mack was able to make early on in that rotation, but it's Clay, the vet, able to step on up, goes on that 4 spree, keeps it messy. Now that 30-point lead as we go over to the 3rd hill.
Yeah, then Clay, and then Standy's kind of doubled, even though it wasn't a double. Ends up being huge for him. But yeah, with this 30-point advantage, we'll see what they're able to do. Bobbing, weaving, looking for players, but the kill feed, you can see it is all going to be a Legion that is on through. Temp gonna find himself in between players, but soaking up the time right now. it is Legion. All the kills coming for Surge, deep outside away from the point.
And we just saw that with the stats, right? Seattle Surge is not a great hold team. One of the worst in the league on this map, all about their breaks. And there is a great example of it. Just 4 go down on that first push from Vegas. You do have the back spawns, but Legion, they will take this all day as we rotate over towards that 4th hill. Accuracy with some nice shots. Temp will spawn out at Old. So it's down to a couple of players. It's going to be Clay and TJ on rotation. Here are the key gunfights. As well, it's a split 1-for-1 trade right now. Clay trying to do what he can, but he knows the pressure from Pred is coming soon.
Well, you kind of said after second, like unfortunate a little bit for Legion, but how fast that turned on its head. They're able to capitalize, but now what can Clay do from this deep pocket? Unfortunately, all of his teammates kind of getting dropped. It won't be long.
On the hill.
He's going to maybe get hunted down, but he's able to spawn one with him. That'll be Standy. Standy gets a pick. Clay able to pick one up as well. A nice need there from Mack. All the needs actually hitting. They're able to connect. The spawn comes in deep once again from Surge. Crazy sequence here, Joe.
Yeah, that's just one of those timings, right? As soon as that nade blows up, the spawn point opens up for Seattle Surge. They were the ones pushed up forward, so that gives them that spawn. That was a moment maybe where Legion could break the game a little bit more wide open. Mack now locking things down. He's on 4 in a row. Almost snaps onto Clay for number 5, but that will tie things up if they find this scrap time.
It is crazy though how much like
it's a millisecond.
One kill, one millisecond, one kill can be the difference between where those spawns are going to command. But they're a big example of how the timing can hurt you. Well, depending on what side of the matchup you are on. But a close game right now. 6 points separating these teams. Pred, the absolute tank, is hunting, but Temp set up on the deep rock. He's able to find the skill. Standy from low water connects, and Temp finds a second behind that. So nice flurry there from Legion. So far, picking up the time. Now, what can Surge do on this next big hit?
I mean, this is great. With Standy's position or where he was, you were spawning them out all the way out towards P1. I mean, front P4, I mean, that just takes so long to get to this hill. So many areas to clear. Now this 30-second lead right back into play. Mack, though, he is stepping up for this Surge team every time they need a play, they need a break. It is Big Mac right now with 3 in a row.
Well, they've needed Big Mac. They have. I mean, he is, God, maybe one of the bigger X-Factor players we have ever seen. If they're going to make a run of this tournament and they want to guarantee their spot at champs, they need Mack, and they need him in a big way. Right now, leading all players in the lobby, but outside of TJ, as he's on 14. Great stuff from Mack. But Legion starting to build up their lead once again, up to 20 seconds. Clay has the vision there to pick up the kill, and now they will get into the hard point as Temp takes that fight on accuracy.
Yeah, Fred, really the last one here, trying to get spawns for P2, but he gets hunted down. So Vegas with the setup that they want. Nobody on the hill, but they'll take this all day. Mack, he's going to go for that objective. TJ, he's going to push on forward. There is some trades going down between both of these teams as they fight for P1 control. But with that kill, tempted it on the time. Vegas, they take this. They have the spawns for P2. When will Seattle Surge maybe try to flip those? It looks like Pred, he was trying to go through the middle of the map. TJ having himself a big game here. And this is what you need. We talk about Mack maybe being the X factor on one side. Yeah. It's always been about TJ and what he can do in respawns.
And he's been much more consistent lately. I mean, he has stepped up for this team. And yeah, no, they need it, certainly. Because we'll see how far they're able to push this lead out. But let's take a look at the minimap. And just the rotation now coming in from Legion.
And you have 2 cruise missiles as well. One on Temp, one on TJ. Those will come into play sooner or later. Thank you, observers. As well, now you have this setup, this 50-point lead growing and growing.
A map where those cruises could be huge. I mean, at least for info.
Well, they held P1 down, and now you have a rotation over to P2. So far, so good here for Legion. Here comes a push here from Surge.
TJ able to take down 2. Standy watching the deep water, backs up Mack. It's actually TJ that'll get that. Give him like the respawn ace. Why not? Oh my lord, I thought he got the last. The pistol nearly hits as well, but TJ, the absolute demon here on HyDra. Temp also on 4 in a row.
But again, you know, you get this break, but if you are Seattle Surge, this is not what you want. That is scrap time. That is spawns all the way out towards P2. You can already see Legion trying to trap them in as they get set up for this 3rd hill. Pred was following Temp, able to catch up. Maybe that will spawn Temp out. Yes, it will. So they have a bit of a 3-on-3 on this rotation. It's a little bit scrappy.
So far, though, so good for Legion. With this 60-second advantage, we'll watch Clay for now, just trying to hold back, make sure those deep spawns are safe. Not able to take the one-on-one, but you still have another player back here. Standy kind of doubling it up, just making sure no one gets that spawn in behind. But at some point, you're going to have to collapse onto the point. Timp at least able to take down one. Now they're starting to flood forward and get the subs locked in and engaged. Timp hits another with the nade, able to take Mack out of it. So you've got numbers here for a sec. Timp shots go high. Accuracy with a lovely double in the point. But you've got some pressure here now in the form of Standy. Never mind, Pred deletes him.
Yeah, but I think if you're Legion here, okay, they're going to try to rotate. You could actually fight for this because you have a couple of cruise missiles if you want to invest them, right, to break the next hill. But it feels like they're going to go for that rotation. They're going to leave accuracy on the scrap time. Play the 4 versus 3 on the other side of the map. TJ all the way through. He's going to have a 1 versus 1 versus Pred right now. He's able to win it. A nice trade going down from Sib. But Sib, the last player alive on this side of the map, the spawns do come in, and I think you are going to see these score streaks come into play.
Call should come in. There it is. You call it. Timp answers. Let's see if it's able to connect. No, but the info is there. The trophy able to hold him for now. But there's the second that followed up. TJ hits 2. Let's go directly to Eliciting with Vegas Legion.
Behind us.
I'll get one shot from broken. Right side road. Hey, broken. Bottom broken, 1 bullet.
Can you follow me?
Bottom broken, 1 bullet.
Dead.
Deep right there.
He's back down, broken.
Let's get this 20 back. Let's streak, Don.
Yo, P5. Yo, two leading ruins. Two leading left side ruins. Two leading left side ruins. Okay. Another one left side ruins. Another one left side ruins. I'll bump you off hill. I'll bump you off hill.
I'm on streak flowers. Fuck it. Look at top for you.
Yo, 3 back flowers. One's deep grass, one's flowers rock. And 2 on hill. I'm streaking flowers rock. Hold on. Flowers rock.
In window
flowers rock.
Yo, I'm gonna hit the water out. I'm hitting the water out to flowers rock.
I can open it up. Spawn deep.
I'm looking at flowers. I don't see him.
He was in window.
I'm hitting water to the left, okay?
Okay.
Alright.
Probably picking up top or some shit. Top right.
God rock weak. God rock weak.
I'm pushing this guy God rock. I'm pushing this guy God rock.
Back there. One shot dead. That's 2.
I'm in the back. Hydra back door.
Sim's the last
He's
kid.
He's water weak.
There's one in the back, guys. I do not have your back door. There's one in the back.
I hear you.
I gotta watch my mid.
Back on me, Dad.
Are you guys blocking? I gotta watch mid.
Top.
One more in the back on you, guys.
I heard you.
I have one on mid.
Top on hill. Front side hill.
Front side hill, guys.
Fuck.
Mars on the
Don't
barrel.
worry.
One shot for dead.
What's front door?
Back door in front door. Back door. He's in the barrel's corner. Barrel's corner and window. He's window also. One guy's window.
Front set. Take your time.
Left side ruins. One is left side ruins.
Take your
I'm
time.
on dome right now, okay?
It's good 50 if you got. I spawn bananas. I'm coming up banana.
Hold up.
Kurt
Nice.
dead.
2. They're gonna spawn back green and banana.
I'm staying alive, new guys. I'm gonna hit river, okay?
Yeah, I heard.
I'm not blocking dome.
Yo, I'm camping bottom red. I gotta watch my
You guys
pitch.
river on me?
Heard you.
I gotta watch my pitch bottom red. Bottom red dead. 2
We're missing
bottom
back.
red.
Maybe scary there for a moment, Surge. We're making their run, but now Legion, you hear the comms on point. The passion is there. The streaks were flowing. 2 kills, though, through for Seattle Surge. Who's going to step it up? Is it the old man? Clay, able to pick up 2.
Yeah, Temp having himself a game. I mean, he was snapping. I think maybe what we call a bit of a turn play, calling in that second cruise missile. I mean,
He was like, F it, I'm hitting flowers.
Yeah, I think you would love to have that as insurance at P1 or P2, right? Depending on how this game finishes. We know it could come down to the wire, but hey, my man is in his bag. He's got around 30 kills. TJ with 32. They're 19 seconds away. That is going to be 3 dead. Sim now trying to get them off the objective. Maybe he will do just that. Standy did not finish the kill. Right back in the water is Simmons. He's just playing his life. And now you have a chance here, if you are Seattle, to maybe get some pressure at P2. But Vegas, they hold on.
They've got the position for now and 14 points needed. Listen, you've got like a 90-step plan here if you're going to make champs if you're a Legion. But step 1 might be done here shortly if you can close it out. Into the point they go. 10 seconds needed. The final push now for Surge. Let's see if they're going to be able to get in. You're going to have to do something wondrous here if you're going to get through. First gunfight, not going to happen. Standy able to stand tall. Clay holds on. Map 1 is done. Legion, they'll be on the board first. It's going to take a lot of steps, but there's 1.
Yeah, I think it's just important for them with how that match went yesterday. Get that momentum under their belt. They've won this series versus Seattle Surge before, and I think that just gives them that confidence that they can do it here again. But TJ, right from the get-go, playing some of his best Call of Duty. Temp right beside him, just so much of the slaying on their side. And I think I saw probably close to double neg. We talked about that. He's the #2 player KD-wise on land throughout this year. You did not get that there in map number 1.
I mean, I think this is part of why, you know, Standy was an addition to this team and how helpful he has been in the respawns, really giving them that added firepower, and it seems to have elevated TJ 100% like you were talking about. And to the stats, we'll look through it here and what you were chatting about. Yeah, nearly double negative if you are pred. Not really finding the damage there either, which sometimes, you know, you have a rough map from a kill standpoint, you still fry in the damage department, you know, it was just an unlucky one, but he just could not get it going in that map. 34 for Teej, 31 for Timp. Amazing there from Vegas to get on the board.
And this could be a tough one though, right? I think if you've played ranked or if you're a sub player on this map, if you're not winning early rotations, you're either taking a water route or you got to challenge an AR on the heady. It's just gonna be so difficult to do, where on the other side, a player like TJ, when your team has the spawns, that just means you have to push out all of these cuts, find all the free kills as they're sprinting, throwing nades at you. But TJ setting the tone, setting the pace in this lead, they never really gave it up.
I was gonna ask you, like, what was the big difference in the sense of, once they got to about a 30-point advantage, there were a couple of times where you thought maybe this swing would come from Surge. They had some real opportunities. How did Legion continue to kind of stop that run?
It was this right here. It was this P1 to P2. I mean, this P1 to P2 is perfect out of Legion, right? Then you have this flip. The third hill, as we know, can always be a little bit crazy, a little bit hectic. You had all of this score streaks coming bound, and when you're slaying that well, that is going to help you out. But I just think the P2 for Legion, even the first one where it was a little bit sloppy, it was plays from Clay, it was plays from Standy that still gave them that advantage. Where Seattle Surge, they just never had the spawns on that hill.
Yeah, it just felt like the sloppy moments, yeah, maybe they were 50-50, but when someone needed to lock it down, it was Legion that was able to do it. I mean, Surge didn't have a whole lot of comfortable hard points that I can envision throughout the course of it. Like, not much. I mean, a lot of their time just came in like messy ways, and they made the game scrappy, sure, but when I needed those big holds, they just weren't there. You can see Timp and TJ leading the way, dropping bombs through, and that's big because I think, listen, they're very different players. You know, Timp a lot more vocal, sure, but like he rides the wave of confidence, and I think TJ with how he's been these past couple of years, and when you're an X Factor type guy, one big map, a little confidence boost can go a long way.
Yeah, especially, I mean, a lot of the times when he's having that big map, it's in search and destroy. It's not always a respawn, right? It's not really what you're looking at him to do. It's this next one. But maybe he can carry that into this Mercado search and destroy. This has been one where they have owned against Seattle Surge, I think 4-0 this year on this map. The last time, though, was around 11. So Seattle Surge, I think they just wanted to run it back once again. But this man on your screen, as you said, a confidence player. You heard it in the listening. Oh, yeah. Screw it. I'm going to just call this in. I was like, no. I was like, oh, no, please don't.
But what I like from it, though, is like where the confidence was flowing 100%. He was probably the main guy calling spawns, too. You know, you kind of heard him, oh, they're all spawning out middle. They're all spawning out green. Like, he was staying on top of that, too, even when you're hot. You know, sometimes it's easy when you're really flowing, just kind of go mute a little bit, just absolutely pop off and not focus on that. But he was really on top of it. I mean, I heard him just right there alongside Clay and being super vocal about where players are going to be, making sure the team was on point.
Yeah, I mean, we talked to Clay about it, right? These two, while they bash heads, may not always see eye to eye. They play with passion. They both want to win so bad. They want to get this Legion team to champs. But they gotta, it's going to be, as we said, a long couple of days for them.
Yeah, you know, we had Clay on the podcast, said he had a couple of major steps this year. You know, one being get them to a winner's bracket start.
Did that two events in a row?
Yep, true. And the other was to get them to champs. And now, although it feels like, you know, they've done themselves some harm, everything else has worked against them too. Some really unfortunate things have happened, but you have a chance to do it.
Yeah, anytime one of the teams had to lose, they had like a really top 4 matchup, that team won. It was just like anything and everything that was going against them.
And not to put it all on like that. I mean, they definitely through some stuff themselves, but yeah, like any little help they could get, it was like nobody's helping. The way it felt, they got to get it done themselves. That'll be with 3 in a row. They can do it. Sib, though, big stick in hand right out the gate. Pops TJ. So we'll have to see if TJ's going to be hot and search and destroy in a little bit here.
Yeah, already a 2-man advantage. Very clean round. Clay is able to find one. We've seen this spot before, try to find the wall bang on the Mack. Not going to happen. Fred there for the kill, and that is just a nice round. Starts with the Sib first blood. They just use their numbers. Go quickly. Does Seattle Surge right towards that bomb.
Yeah, they dominated there. Nice response from Seattle after the map one loss. Just coming here, handle business in the round 1. Yeah, Sib popping off early.
You know, you talk about Clay on one side, there's accuracy on the other, right? That vocal guy, I think he has to be the one. Get people talking. When you have a rough map #1 like that in a hard point, which you have talented players, a lot of the times what happens is the comms go down, right? The small talk, the little things. He's got to be the guy making sure everything, every box is checked, getting the comms flowing for the Seattle Surge team.
Well, he can do some of that and also maybe come up with some wild clutches. Definitely responsible for a lot that we've seen over the course of Call of Duty Esports. Mack on the attack. Tim tries to fly out for the trade. Not going to happen. Sib and Mack just shut it down back alley. Absolutely cut them to ribbons. Standy last up. This has been all Surge early. Bye-bye. 2 rounds up.
Man, you kind of see this, right? Both teams just trying to throw some presence over towards that tin side, over towards that bomb side, trying to get maybe some players to over-rotate. But top Cantina, you had 2 Seattle Surge players just... And Sib and Mack locking that down, taking those chows. They were ready for the rotate back.
Could be one of those things maybe with a Legion right now where you're hot off like a respawn win. You just need to slow down for a sec, take a breath. Like,
well, this is also
right.
If you maybe you're a Surge fan, why are we playing this team on this map again? I know it just went to a round 11, but maybe they just want to counter strat this hard, right? We just played them on this. What went right? What went wrong? Sib with a hit marker on the temp, right to the big toe. Nate's connecting over towards this A site on the Max. So some info for Legion, but Pred able to win that one-on-one versus TJ.
For me, it's like this is Seattle's most vetoed search and destroy. Like they're 0-4. So if you're trying to play it, to me, it's like they've really been putting work into it. That's like the rabbit in the bag. Like you're trying to come out and catch somebody off guard, right? I mean, that's got to be the case. I know they just played, but yeah, it's your most vetoed search and destroy.
Pred keeping it going, able to find up to 4-0. Surge fans probably happy to see this after his map 1 performance, but into a 2-on-2. Standy trying to make the play, but the numbers are here for Seattle Surge. This is down to temp.
Ooh, some damage in, not quite able to finish the kill. But just nearly rips him. That is a tough gunfight. The rechow is there from accuracy, and that's 3 in a row.
It's really just these first bloods. You just had Pred on TJ, start off maybe a couple of Sib snipes. They're finding the first bloods, and they're just kind of going. They're playing with the numbers advantage, hitting their stuns, hitting their attacks. But playing quickly. Here is Seattle Surge.
Yeah, I'm just reading through the stats. Like, it's their most vetoed search. They're 0-4. They're what? They're 11th in first bloods, 12th in retakes. Like, for Surge on this map, but it seems pretty evident that the work's been put in, right?
Well, 11th in first bloods. They have all 3 in this map right now.
Yeah, a little bit different. 5-1 from Sip, 4-1 from Pred, 9-2 combined to have them in cruise control early.
That is a ton of info right there. You know there's presence here, but Pred, he will get taken down. Nice shots out of Clay with that tag. Accuracy trying to find a trade. This sort of 2-2 split that's been working for Surge. Maybe finally going to get cut down. Unreal shots from Sib on the temp.
That is 13 HP, but there was a snap. He definitely nearly stabbed the living hell out of Mack. Yeah, well, Mack's gonna get stabbed by bullets. Standy lines them both up, shuts them down through the dark alley push. Round win. So far, team with the first blood, controlling.
And again, a very similar round from Legion. What they did last time on offense, throwing nades over towards A, wrapping back. But this time they were able to find Pred. As Clay just held that down. I thought maybe with Pred finding the info with the stun, him and accuracy, maybe force them to rotate. But that doesn't happen.
Yeah, that little heady that Clay backed up to, like as Lamar went to peak for the trade, that looked like, okay, well, all right, you win that.
Not a fun job.
Yeah, okay. I concede. Still, nice advantage. For the Surge side, crazy gunfights going on around the bomb, trying to get the trade through, able to do that and maybe more. Now it'll be a 2-2 split. After all the action on the point is done, they just bash heads against one another. Now who will clutch up? Sib and Pred, the youngsters, or father and son here with Clay and Standy?
I mean, both teams just challenging. I mean, almost across the map with those VAs. Everyone just trying to get shots into this 2-on-2. Still a lot of time to work with. Pred, he's got Diddy to work with. Sib, his is popped right now, but he's just gonna plant this bomb. As well, Clay just waiting. Maybe to see if someone oversteps, and maybe it's him that oversteps, but this time Pred, he's baited into it, so now it's down to Sib.
That's the son with the help coming through. Clay in trouble. Standy there to clutch up now. Can Simp pull off the 1v2 with 30 seconds to go.
That's tough. You just used Daddy as well, but maybe
he's had the snapper.
He's got the read.
He has had the snapper. There's one. Makes it look easy. Simp is disgusting.
I thought the timing was going to go against him as they were going through tunnel. And he was turning around back alley, but just turns around, has the Baz in the back pocket as well, is ready for that gunfight. Unreal stuff there out of Simp.
Just another day at the office, you can tell.
Yeah, my man's locked.
Yeah. Now, I mean, we've just had a couple, when we've been on with him, just like snapping, not missing a bullet. They give him a chance here. He gets a clean pick. He's winning this. He took that chow, the second fight, with confidence. Standy was not ready for that. Now the snipe out for Clay. No eyes on.
It's close. Accuracy was going to that position he was looking at. Clay trying to find that first blood. A little bit different here from Legion. Slowing it down, waiting for nades. But when you play slow over towards A, you can see Pred's position. He can lock down this side pretty much by himself. Just trying to bait out something is TJ. He knows they have presence here. This time, no, right through the middle of the map is Standy. Able to find the opening and the first blood.
The chow comes through. Mack able to take it, though, and the trade not quite there. Just can't get the angle temp there. Now able to do it. So Mack will drop. You have the 3-on-1 accuracy now. You just saw the Simp 1v2. His accuracy have the ice. It's a tough first gunfight. The flank is starting to build up. You see number 7 coming through. That'll be temp. The flank is in. The first fight takes too long. And it's the second round of Legion.
I mean, nice adjustments here out of Legion, right? Just finding the opening, slowing things down on offense. If you don't have that 1 versus 2 out of Simp, that would have been, what, a 3-3 game. All the momentum on their side. So sometimes it's just those individual moments to keep Surge in the lead.
I think you saw kind of Clay and Standy talking through it on one side. Pred seemed to be the vocal one on the other side of the stage, just getting ready for this next round.
Well, let's say it's going to go towards B, but all of that bomb right now is wide open, but now the rotation is in. Is TJ? He's going to be the first man. Clay watching this cross with the snipe. You just saw it whiz by Mack, and here we go. They're going to be ready for TJ's position. He's just playing right outside. Mack gonna open this door, but for me, it's all down to TJ on this round. He's gonna hear that. Probably give that call out.
You get some info, obviously. You hear the snipe once again whiz by. It's Clay mid-street. Another rotation is here, so one player on either side going to stay up top. We'll see how that one-on-one goes as the information comes through. Standy then able to win the fight. TJ still lurking and looming with accuracy on the other side of it. The flank now coming, though. Accuracy starting to wrap out.
Yeah, he lurked this entire time. He's got Daddy as well.
Yeah. Oh,
he's getting so much info.
Oh,
there's the first one. He knows Clay has the snipe. Clay just trying to buy time.
TJ's coming. TJ's coming. Will he get there in time? He gets there a second late.
They gotta work a bomb, though. They have to work a bomb. 15 seconds left. Standy, he's just been lurking inside of A, but it's not an A hit. It's over towards B, where he was laying the entire round. But now it's a 2 versus 2.
Just gets out with 9 HP. Great play there from accuracy. TJ probably flustered because he thought he had that rotation, but dead silence comes into effect. A look out to the sky cam. Who's going to clutch up? Standy, eyes on one. Creeping up like a panther in the night. There's the eyes on. 2 versus 1.
Still has his nades. He still has his nades, and that lands on the lap, but Simp and nades as well. Whoa! Was close to shots through the rail, but Standy able to win the one-on-one.
Whoa, nearly another Simp 1v2 clutch, but not going to happen this time. But yeah, he held a couple of nades to his forehead. It felt like good utility use there, holding on to it late in the round for Las Vegas Legion.
That was a close one. The confidence that he is playing with. There we go. Yeah, we've all been there. Just feels like you shoot through those rails and every single bullet hits it.
Yeah, it's like game assist says by. The railings seem to be not rails, but just concrete walls. Legion looking for step 2. And this pathway to champs. Still down around here. In the map 2.
This time a very different look for both teams. The bomb, though, was being planted the entire time. Temp doesn't hop off and able to get it down, but there is no trade. So now it's a 1 versus 4 for Clay. He's got a hell of a lot to do. Does have Deddy able to find the first pred there, though, for the trade quickly. As Legion, they set up, you know, they really sped the round up. But it was Seattle Surge with that counter right through that middle tunnel. I thought Temp was going to get off the bomb and maybe just go for the gunfight, but he just stuck it. Went for the plant, trying to set up his teammates to clutch it on out, but they just did not have the numbers.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's like into a... Felt like a 4v2 instantly. But beautiful stuff there to the mid-tunnel, like you said, from Surge. That gets him within a round of tying up our series at 1-1. Despite the lack of reps and the overall record here on Mercado Surge. Seeing some great things out of Surge. And it's just that time of year, man. You got to widen the map pool. Like, I mean, historically, you're looking at the past few years, usually.
That time of year, I mean, you're trying to do that like 2 months ago.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, it really just started getting thrown in again for them in this qualifier, and now here in the match. But yeah, historically, you got to have a deep map pool if you're going to make a run. But I mean, for these two teams, just more of, you don't even think about your running champs, just getting the champs.
You already have Temp all the way down low. Clay watching over. A little bit of a slow around there. Is that first blood? Temp, he's going to pop on out, able to find 2. Goes for that.
Okay, it's close.
It's close, but he buys enough time for his teammates to get on out of there. And now it's just down to accuracy. 1 versus 4, similar to Clay last round. Legion staying alive.
Yeah, Temp making the plays. I mean, he gets, might as well give him 4 in this. I mean, he does so much damage just staying up for that fight. With the third player, I think TJ ultimately got it, but like, he had him quite weak. Great round from Temp, 3 in the round. You're waiting for him to pounce, and pounce he does.
Yeah, I don't know if he was like outside near the bomb or if he was down low. Either way, he lurked up into that position, able to make them pay. Now round number 10. It was a fast day last time through for Legion. They're going right back to it. You do have some presence here. Mack trying to get up top, but he's going to take it down. There's that first blood, but a nice trade from Simp. Now, can he get out? They're going to try to trap him in here at hedge. You can see he is ducking, diving.
He's got a little bit of help from the backside. That'll be accuracy. Angle.
He's going to need a lot of help. He just does not have it. Trying to do what he can with his moves, but it's looking like a round 11. Here we go. Able to snap.
Here we go. All the way to the round 11. So much pressure on both these teams. What will the strat call be in the final round?
These rounds just so much dictated by that first blood, because both of these teams are playing with so much aggression. As soon as they find an opening, they are just going, playing with their numbers. Will things slow down like they normally do in a round 11, or is someone going to go for it?
I mean, you got 2 of the more clutch players. And TJ and accuracy on either side of this. You talk about Surge. We know what Clay is capable of at any moment. Some of the best young players in the league. Who will decide things here in this round 11, or does it just come down to the first blood, as you were saying?
They might rotate out of this. Yeah, you had basically a 2-2 split off the start. Did Seattle Surge. Temp, he's going to tell them, I don't see anything. So down to Standy, maybe to make the play. If we can switch on over to him, what can he find? We saw Pred playing this position earlier. Well, Pred, he's going to take it down. Trying to play his life. And he goes for the chow. The nade is down as well. The nade able to connect. Can he find number 3?
He wanted to. He wanted to so bad.
That might be enough.
You brought in Standy to make plays like this in round 11. The ice is there. Here comes the double chow. Now it's TJ's turn. Standy with 3 and Legion up 2. Dominating thus far.
Well, sometimes if you are that offensive team, right, and you're kind of rotating back and forth, maybe not so sure what to do, the defense is going to find the info. Temp was inside of Cantina. He's saying, I'm not seeing anything. Rotate over to B. Right, it comes down to Standy. And And I mean, that is a position where a lot of players play, right? No stuns, no nade check, nothing.
Did you see when he hit the nade? He went, like, I thought he was going to send it for the third, but he hit the brakes.
I thought he was going to back up after the first, but he kept going.
Unbelievable plays. I think that's a big moment, well, for Legion, obviously, but also for Standy, because Standy came in and had an immediate impact on this team, but what's been the one thing you've kind of been wanting? The performance on LAN, right? Like, to give us what he has on LAN. You dropped 12 on that map too. You are all the ice in the world in that round 11. That could be a massive moment for him on LAN with this team.
Yeah, Simp with 11 on the other side, but just not much. But it's all about those first bloods, I think. It started out so strong for Seattle Surge, up 3-0, and the adjustments came in. And while Legion 6 bloods in that map number 2, 6 rounds on the board. They are up now 2-0 in the series.
Yeah, I mean, outside of like the Simp 1v2, there weren't like a lot of crazy clutches. Like you said, it was sort of like get a pick and hit it, right? Like just get the aggression off of the early kills. But I mean, the story is that round 11, just brilliance there from Standy. You know, sometimes you wonder, like, is he going to back up and play his life? Are you going to play behind the confidence? There it pays off. 3 in the round. Nearly working the ace just with the plays he was
going
making.
for it.
Yeah, dude, when he hit the grenade, I'm like, oh, he's sending it. But now he paused the brakes for a second, or hit the brake for a second. They're able to get it done. But another step.
Yeah, but now it's maybe the step that has been it's been tough for them all year long. It's this control.
Yeah, their control game's been cheeks, Joe. That's one of the ways to put it. But we're going to head to a quick break. When we get back, it'll be the control. We'll see if Las Vegas Legion can close it out, or will Seattle Surge come surging right on back.
Duty League is brought to you by Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL.
We are back. Hello, Canada. Well, it's been a beautiful time here in Toronto. The city is gorgeous. The weather has been stupendous. Joe and I have been going on romantic walks through the city, which has been incredible. I've had a great time.
What's this say?
Says I tap that with a maple leaf.
That's because you love maple syrup.
I do.
Yeah.
I frequently guzzle it, Joe, but
you didn't even know that's how you got maple syrup.
Nope, Joe, I'm not a scientist. But we'll get ready now for the map 3. And yeah, this is where, I mean, woes have been for both teams, but I mean, Legion's been pretty bad when it comes to controls.
They've been dreadful. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they really
not
have.
been good.
I feel like this one, though, if I remember looking through like the stats side of it, like it voted better for them than some.
Well, yeah, I mean, listen, for Legion, they're 4-10, but I mean, Seattle Surge, they have not looked good recently.
Oh, that's right. They've lost 5 straight, right? On this particular one, was it? So Hotel, I mean, they're 10-10 versus Vegas is 4-10.
Yeah, I didn't know it should be flipped on your screen, just so you know. I got you. Unless I'm crazy, maybe he sent us it flipped, but either way.
No, I believe that should be flipped. Yeah, I think you're correct. But the big thing here is Surge, where they've been a bit better. You've lost 5 straight here.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
You're a great numbers guy. That's what you're known for.
I retrieve my DMs from our wonderful stats guy, Tim. Shout out, Tim. You're beautiful and very sexy.
But Seattle Surge, a nice break here over towards B. Trophy already down. Maybe you can get a progress or two to get progress done. First one comes in. Fred's still finding kills. Maybe he'll get more than a couple of takes. He might hit the whole zone with that early trophy. Civ, though, he's going to get stuck, but does not matter. Teammates are there to help.
Looking good. So far, clean. Seattle will get that B point secured. And just a reminder, kind of the stakes right now. We're fighting for our last champ's position. If you are Surge and you win this series, you're good. You're in. You're the final team. Vegas, they will lead with tears. If you're Legion, you got a lot of work to do. You win this, and then Seattle's have to watch you make the run. They'd have to win 2 more rounds. But that's kind of the stage of where we're at right now.
Yeah, Legion just trying to keep on fighting, where Seattle Surge trying to lock things up, not have to deal with rooting on New York, rooting on a Florida or Minnesota.
And most teams, you know, we're talking about just where they look within this major. But when it comes to these two, there's that and more on the line.
Well, I think if you're a Surge and probably Surge fans, you're thinking, I didn't think this was going to come down to this, right? But between these two teams, like we might be the ones not going to champs.
Well, I mean, the conversation's in Røkkr and Legion for so long. Like, that's been the 2 teams we've talked about. Seattle, we knew it was possible, but I don't know. I guess we all kind of assumed they'd be all right, and here we are. Maybe not the case, and you're in an 0-2 hole. Desperately needing to win here. Mack dancing with the tables, but we'll get shut down. 7-2 start for Pred. He's on 3 in a row. Deddy popped as he's looking to strike silently.
Yeah, it's been a much better defense here the last minute or so for Vegas Legion. They were able to bring this down to 2 lives, but A control over to Seattle Surge. You're not stacking it. Enable, he might be pissed off. He's saying he's watching this. Teams aren't stacking the point. The objective mastermind that he is wants these guys on it. But DJ and Standy, they're going to find all 4. A triple for Standy, and well, only 1 tick of progress done. So you are still alive in this round.
You'd have a team of like Enable, Sensor, Rambo Ray. I'm not sure who the 4th is, but they just spawn on the point, dude. They just be there at all times, Joe. Maybe you there to guide them. Standy tucked away in a pocket, though. Will he get the 2nd? It's going to happen. Easy pickings, 5 in a row. This young man has shown up on land in a big way right now for the squad. They got bodied by FaZe, but that was a tough matchup to begin with. Now's when he got to turn it into another gear, and he's doing just that.
And I mean, this is very similar to like the Surge, right? Just right from the get-go, it's all Seattle Surge. But then Vegas, they're somehow alive in the round. They now have the advantage. 30 seconds left. Everything working against Seattle. Big plays out of Standy to keep them in it. Play up to 8-6 as well. And here we go. Maybe the last push. 4 lives remaining. Accuracy, he's going to get taken down. So now it's only down to 3. Standy, though, does get taken down, but now you have to take your time if you are Vegas. You know, 1 player off a spawn, only 2 players on it.
Getting close to
regroup.
2nd to progress done. You've got to go for the hit. Peeking in, I believe it's Clay. Clay gets in, finds the kills. Legion with the round win. And it was a long, long hold, and Big Clayster on his feet, pumped up after that one.
I'll tell you what almost screwed them over is them fighting Simp at Hot Tub for forever, right? Simp was just alive. Just all the focus, well, 2 of the focus was on him, so it was a 2 versus 2 inside of the point.
Yeah, especially, are they going to get there?
I'm like, go, hello. They're able to find that kill, but Clay on through towards that restaurant, able to find it.
Oh, a graceful belly flop onto the point.
And luckily, they've made that a little bit quicker to shoot out of, or he was done.
Yeah. Well, he was almost on the receiving end of that yesterday, right, with Cell?
A couple of months ago, and well, yeah, he's probably dead in that position.
I dove, and I somehow dropped my gun. Really? TJ. Looking for his opening behind the Deddy. Will he get horrible timing? Nope, the shots will come in. He'll get some info. There's the kill through. 2 between him and Clay. If they now look to develop this pinch, TJ able to win another one. He's up to 9 and 6 and 3 in a row. Worried about maybe that deep spawn coming in. Nate backs him up. The shots are there. TJ in his bag right now. Streak up to 4. Nearly bumping nipples there with, I believe that was Simp.
Oh, I think they did bump nipples.
Yeah, it might have, Joe.
No, they did. The stun, though, I think that gives them the advantage is Simp because that stops him from healing. But, I mean, TJ right there was pretty much winning a 1 versus 2 throughout that round. Had them in a bit of a spawn trap. But that's going to be 8 done. A minute added. Now for Vegas to work down over towards B.
This fight just sucks on both sides, but Clay gets the headshot. Now to 12 and 7. I mean, literally, it's just like they're trying to give each other haircuts. Just who's going to hit it first.
And now you have 1 player alive on the Vegas side over towards bedroom. That's going to be accuracy, so he's got to work on back. Hopefully his teammates can get out of this trap, but so far so good as Pred and Simp able to find 3. TJ, he's right back to this position. See what damage he can do.
Yeah, how long can he be annoying? Just maybe shift their focus. His stun, not going to hit. One going to catch him though. The centering there. For the player put on the floor, but not quite able to take it. Mack then lights it up. Him and accuracy shut it down. Life advantage to 1 for Seattle. 90 seconds to go on the clock. Beautiful there from Pred. Not the easiest of fights with a 3rd shot.
Yeah, not going to get him going a little bit more in this map number 3, up to 15 kills, leading the team.
They need it. I mean, Pred could just take over.
Yeah, you know, if they're able to win this, then you get that embassy hard point where we have seen, I mean, you could make a Pred montage from moments on that map and what he's able to do. It's pretty much his playground. They have to win it here to even get to that chance.
Yep.
So everything kind of slows down for Vegas. 15 lives remaining, only 1 minute.
Crossfire is in. Timp through for 1 at least, but nice efficient trade. Thinning out the lives from the Legion side of it. Now Deddy for Pred. He's going to go hunting. Wow. Standy apparently ready for that push. Just incinerates him.
That camera was broken because he was still sprinting on his screen.
Yeah, that looked absolutely absurd.
I don't know if that was a Deddy pop or what. No, it was not. I mean, that is just... Yeah, that is Call of Duty right there. Is Standy going to try to get to this point, try to slow things down, staying alive, has to help but TJ. But Sim just keeps on shooting, keeps on mowing them down, one after another. Sim, 7 in a row.
He just turns up in that moment, and they needed it. 1 player left. That'll be just Standy in a 1v8. Best of luck with 5 seconds to go. Not a whole lot you can do. That's going to bring us to 1-1 now in the round count. Sim putting on a clinic there at the tail end of that round.
Started off well there for Vegas, and I mean, the way TJ was playing early in that round, you think it maybe there's a chance, or maybe a quick transition over towards B. But it was a couple of multi-kills for the Seattle Surge side, and it was, you know, it was Pred and Simp, the 2 stars stepping up here for Surge.
See it again. Absolute filth. They're out of Simp. 2 HP left at the end of that gauntlet, but a thing of beauty within the round. Now we slow down for a moment and get right back into it. Accuracy, I mean, 4 and 9. I mean, when you look at his engagements compared to everybody else, it's kind of
pretty
wild.
Low.
I mean, that's the type of role he plays, but even that looks kind of nuts.
Like, no, definitely not what you want from him, but yeah, and he's been solid so far throughout this match. Match number 1, I think he right around a 1 Game 2 was playing well, but Simp now getting going 9 in a row. And maybe it's just that. Maybe he's the one in that position when your teammates are getting multi-kills like that. You're left on the point. But fighting on back is Clay and the rest of Legion. They're not going to give up this 8-point easily.
Still battling here. TJ, a little bunny hop there inside the kitchen. Second bit of progress about to be done for Sib and Co.
It just feels like the way, though, that Legion are kind of set up there. They're kind of just going to give this up. You already have Clay all the way in the back. You have Temp over towards couches. Nobody really pushing from that jewelry side. So what? We had a 2-minute hold for Surge last round. Can Legion do it here?
So many picks, though, in transition. TJ, though, back to his spot. Been playing outskirts and just finding kills. He just goes sprint across, and accuracy is like, all right, give me that. His engagements, I think, have doubled just within this round. Just enough finesse to stay up. Worried about them pushing the other side of it, but it's going to be TJ back off spawn that finds the kill. Now the max POV will go to playing around this B site.
Yeah, and you've really just had Clay and Pride. They were playing a game of hide and go. See, they know that one player from Legion is alive on this side of the map, and that time it was Clay, and he's just been playing his life, just trying to find that player. Has the Vaz in hand, just not able to snap, but he does his job. Takes down a couple of players, allows TJ now pop Deddy. Now work towards this bedroom side. He's able to find one, and that's going to be all 4 dead for Seattle Surge off of spawn.
Similar, just kind of bleed them dry. Solid defenses out of both sides. I mean, just the tick advantage, if it's a tie, the life advantage, we'll see what ends up coming out if it stays this way, but it's just been long. Incredible defensive holds. 5 lives still up, players still in position. You need some big picks right now if you're Seattle Surge. You're going to win this offense. 30 seconds now to go. There's the first one. Nice chow out for Mack. Maybe gets a bit of help, but through is TJ on the flank, and they all line up for T. 3 will drop. Pred the last man. Shot's not quite on, but 15 seconds left to go, and TJ with the flank shuts down that one.
Yeah, as 3 players were flanking, TJ was off a spawn, and he actually just spawns up right behind him. They don't think he's going to be inside a spa. Just comes right on through, and well, they line up, trying to get onto that point. Legion now 1, well, not yet. Couple of seconds away, couple of lives away. Mack trying to play his life and do his thing, but that should do it, and it will. It's been all defense. Is Legion now 1 round away from 3-0 in Seattle Surge?
I thought that was accuracy's POV and a couple of search and destroys over the years. Like, they just line up perfectly. He just shoots and 3 drop. TJ getting blessed. You'll see it here one more time. Just all lining up, and Cloud just keeps tracking, like takes him from one player to the next. Easy peasy there for TJ.
Another good respawn out of TJ as well, right? 21 and 19, 22 and 19, right around that ballpark. What you want to see from him? What we saw in that game number 1 is he keeps this going.
Let's take a 4 spree into this round. Make it 5 quickly. Building towards the cruise, and now he's just getting kills with fastballs. Just drills Pred.
You got a cruise as well, and now this could be B. You might have a stack here. Mack is able to find 1 in the middle, but a couple of players make it all 3 on it. This is going to go quickly. Trophies are down. Can Seattle Surge get right back in, able to retake it? It looks like they will. The second tick of progress not going to get done. Very close, though.
Said TJ with it in bag. I didn't know he's like an MLB pitcher, dude. He is hitting everything working right now. I mean, you get, what, nearly 2 parts done. You try to dive in to maybe finish that. Not quite able to get there.
They just have not been able to clear it. Really, just the map control is still pretty 50-50, and that's just going to mean Temp, he's going to fly on out. There we go. Progress done at B. You're already spawning at A, so you're going to deal with that. That's a cruise activated by Simp. So he's going to call that in, and he's just going to make sure that B's not done, but I don't know if that was worth it.
I think it's just like we can't waste time with him. We got to get ready for the push and transition. They're stacking it, but usually they left 1 person on A, so they don't end up really leaving the stack. They leave 1 person there. They're looking for the kills now in between sites. Mack and Pred, they'll go big to maybe stop the bleeding for a moment, but it has been a chaotic opening to this round.
Well, it's just like, what do they want to do here if you are Surge? You have 2 players fighting at A, 2 players fighting at B, but B close to being done. Just Legion, they keep going for this, just sending one or two, couple of seconds at a time, forcing Seattle Surge to have to focus on this side of the map. Because if you're Legion, you'll take this all day, knowing there's only one tick of progress to be made.
It's like, well, they just give up already. Like, we're here at B. They're able to clear it too. So I know it was what? It was about 3/4 of the way there. They're able to clear that segment, but now you'll get A done. You're gonna have what? About 90 seconds, a 3-life advantage to get one ticket B. And this is Seattle's hopes within the series.
And in transition, that's going to be 3 dead. 3 dead, Simp off a spawn. You have accuracy on the bedroom side of the map. Maybe that chance is now for Legion to 3-0 Seattle Surge, but Sib's going to find that kill, slow things down.
Tough fight. Sib's able to get another one too. There's the push from Mack. So you bring the lives just back to even. We'll have a wild one down the stretch. Now 60 to go. Standy. He was a hero in the round 11 search and destroy. Can he be a hero for him here late in this control? TJ's actually able to get that kill. Nice crossfire in. Now on to the point we go. It's go time for Legion.
Have to force Seattle Surge out. And well, all 3 players, they will come on out.
Hey guys.
Sib now going to regroup with them. And I like this from Standy. Just try to stay alive. Wait for your teammates off a spawn. It's only going to take one push. There's that first pick. Now they know this. TJ, he's going to call in the crews. Give them the info. Off a spawn, Standy, he's going to have the advantage with the Vaz. Is that another pick? He's going to go down.
It's 3 down. This might be it. 20 to play. Onto the point. Mack last up. Putting a body bag. That'll do it. Legion get the 3-0. And Clayster is a roaring.
A much better Legion here today from all 4 players contributing. On the other side, I mean, we've had a couple of shocking ones. OpTic with a top 12 finish, and now Seattle Surge with a top 12 finish. And now they have to sit back and watch and hope that someone can stop this Legion team. Up next will be New York.
And then what? Loser of Røkkr or London, you said after that, maybe?
Røkkr or Florida.
Sorry, Røkkr, Florida. I mean, the road is there for a just absolutely insane run from Legion. You get it going there, and they got to be feeling good. I mean, TJ had a hell of a series. Timp had his moments. Clay as well. I think Standy, you know, finally you get what you want to see out of him on land. Just a really, really amazing performance and some icy moments out of Standy. Will this propel them forward to make this dream run?
Well, I mean, this is one of the best land matches out of this sub duo that we've seen so far.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you've had, you know, Clay in Tempa, of course, but we know how strong of an AR duo that is. It's always a question mark for the other two. But once again, 30 kills out of TJ. Leads the way in damage. Standy right behind him. Just a valiant effort from this Legion squad. They're able to beat them online. They do it here on land once again.
You mean Mack? I mean, he leads the lobby in damage. You maybe got what you wanted out of Mack. Just a rough map 3, maybe from accuracy. But you kind of saw it moments. You just go to Sib. He's just running, holding forward, piecing. Maybe some difficult spots for Lamar, but this is how it plays out. HyDra, Mercado, Hotel, all Legion.
And really, for me, it's that map number 2. You go up 3-0 quickly. Felt like all the momentum was on your side. And then just the adjustments that came in from Legion's side, just so well done. I give that props to, you know, to their team. What they've been working on, right? You have some great search and destroy players. Just getting those comms on point. Figuring out where the weaknesses were for Seattle Surge. And, yeah, just nice stuff from them.
And they just went to round 11 recently, right, on that particular map and mode. We're going to take a look at the bracket, though, and what it looks like, and kind of talk about that Legion run that they're going to need to pull off if they're going to make it and qualify for champs. So you can see it there. They'll be playing Subliners next. That'll be the big one. Then how it works, you know, with the topside bracket, for Mutineers and Røkkr, it flips then as you drop into losers. So it'd be the Mutineers or Røkkr loser and play them in that next match. So it is very doable. It is very doable.
It reminds me of New York last year, right? When they were able to qualify to get that last seed of champs. With their event, with their major, I mean, a little bit different. They have to do it through losers. The pressure's still very much on. New York, a very solid team as well. But as you said, the chance is there.
Well, here we go. We've got Ali on stage, your monster winner spotlight with Big Daddy Clayster.
Thank you so much, Clay. Congratulations. You said it to me, the first 3-0 you've had all year when you needed it. 1 series down, 2 more to go. I mean, wow, what a performance out of you. TJ matching the likes of Pred, Standy in the round 11. Talk to me about the euphoria you're feeling right now.
We're feeling good. Obviously, like you said, the first 3-0 we've had all year long. It's pretty crazy that we made it to Major 5 without 3-0ing anybody. But, you know, when we needed it most, we clutched up, especially in the control in the round 11. We're happy, obviously, but our goal right here is to make champs and do a lot better than top 8 in this tournament. So while we're happy, we still got a road ahead of us.
Absolutely. I love that mentality out of you guys because it's the first step of many, right, for the Vegas Legion. You want to be the home team heading into champs, and you have to get through New York Subliners tomorrow. What is going in preparation for that?
Well, whatever we did Major 4, don't do that. Whatever we did online, do that. You know, honestly, New York's such a good team. They have such good players on that team. They're well practiced, well coached. Honestly, we're just going to have to show up with our best game and hope that it's better than them.
I think if you guys play the way you did today, you will be just fine heading in tomorrow. Clay, the crowd has been on your side all season long. You guys have been battling for a spot. Is there anything you would like to say to them today?
Honestly, the crowd here is awesome. There was a 31 chant yesterday, which is hilarious. The support that Vegas Legion fans have given us all year has just been so awesome. Thank you guys so much for supporting us and for cheering us on for this run to champs.
Clay, thank you so much, and sincerely good luck tomorrow in making the run.
Appreciate it. And shout out to my mom, my brothers, all my friends and family watching at home. I appreciate and love you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Clay. All right, let's send it back to the desk.
The support for the Clayster fan club is at an all-time high right now. We have a ridiculous run for Las Vegas laid out in front of us. They got the Subliners next, and then the loser of Minnesota versus Florida. So you got to think this is possible now if you're a Legion fan.
There's something in the water here in Toronto, and it's all about building up these underdog stories, it feels like. Maybe there's something just about the final major of the year creating these playoff run stories, because are you kidding me? This is unreal.
Same every time, right? We've seen it in New York last year. We're seeing it again here. It's so doable. It's so doable if they play like that as well.
Yes, you can taste it. And as you guys mentioned, a 3-0. Why was it impossible before? They sucked at control. Well, today, they win game 3, and we see Legion at their best. And TJ Howie is having one heck of a series here.
Yeah, you know, early on, they needed to get some confidence in this series. And you get a HyDra hard point to kick things off. You know, a map that Seattle has been very comfortable at. Well, what happens? The veteran steps up early on, 15 and 10 to start it off. He has about a minute in the hill, and that allows the subs to get out there and add that pressure. TJ and Standy got off to such a hot start. After we saw that ace in the round 11, you knew it was going to translate to some aggression in this control, which is why the offenses were so good. Every time they got on B, they're picking up kills mid-map. They're doing the right things. And when we talked to Vegas throughout the season and about their control woes, which was the narrative the entire time, it was always, we just get wiped at the end of a round, they stack and we lose, or we get trapped and we lose. That didn't happen here. The communication was on point, the confidence as well.
And I think that was such a big performance, especially from TJ and Standy, in the sense of what happened with TJ yesterday with the nade, terrible performance to come in and have a big one. Standy in the previous major, onliner is all we were seeing. They are playing well, and that is so important for their confidence.
What a ridiculous story. It is still alive. Vegas hopes almost dashed after Major 4. They were on life support throughout this qualifier, and they are still kicking after a 3-0 over the team that is holding the door 2 matches away from locking up a spot in champs.
And you know what, Chris? We've never seen this from Vegas Legion with this roster. Getting a hot 3-0 win on land, a win on land together. Now we're going to really see what they're capable of. As Clay said, they beat New York online. So they got a date with them tomorrow. We'll see if they can do it. As for Seattle, though, that is tough. You got to sit back and watch. You got to sit back and watch and hope you get your champ spot. Oh, my Lord.
All right, well, we got to take everyone back for the scuff play of the game. It belongs to the newest member of this lineup. Standy brought in as a free agent, and he had his impact felt in that round 11. Your scuff play of the game. I thought it was an ace. Apparently, TJ steals one of these.
It's an ace.
But the man is dirty.
The thing of this, but this position, he is trusted to at least go 1 for 1. The fact that he doubles up, and for a moment, I think we were all in the green room, like,
go,
he's going for the 3rd for sure. So that's a lot of trust, I think, for Vegas at the first point to say, Standy, you have to play up close and personal into the face of possibly multiple Surge members, and he walks away with what looked to be an ace. That's unbelievable.
He plays the off angle too, which is funny, but also Pred played that same spot earlier in that map, and it's a spot Pred loves to sit at and get that engagement. So I just think it's hilarious Standy's there. Pound 11.
Guys, I kind of missed out on the earlier parts of Standy's career. Did he used to stand up and pound his chest before playing with
He used to talk way more trash.
Okay, all right.
He kind of toned it back a little bit.
Stay true to it, young gun. Bring it here on the stage, and they're going to need that energy against the Subliners. That battle is going down tomorrow. But Clutch, we got one more fight tonight. LA Thieves are playing against the Royal Ravens. No one thought the Ravens could win one. Can they finish with 2 dubs tonight? Wow! Yeah, stay tuned to get his answer. We'll tell you after the break.
I hold shift with you guys. Another Challengers update and the final Challengers Elite update of the regular season, as Season 4 has come and gone. And now all of our eyes are not just focused on Toronto, but who our top 16 teams will be as we start to look towards Challengers Champs. Before we get into that, let's recap Season 4 and the playoffs that happened last week. It was an interesting one. Out in Europe, Wobblebobs were able to put together that 4-man roster that went flawless in Season 2, and they were looking close